Good morning. Welcome to the morning devotional. We have been studying Psalms, and the Psalms have so many uses. They could be read, they could be sung, they could be meditated on, or used as prayer. What a gift the Psalms are. They're so unique and alive that when you read them, they might possibly be an answer to your prayer today, in the here and now. Today we'll be reading Psalms 11. And this psalm has a challenge for you. So when you are threatened, what course will you take? Will you take flight or will you remain in faith? Let's take a look at David's choice when faced in a crisis. In the Lord I take refuge. Immediately we see David declaring who he's going to trust. God, when faced with a threat. He's going to take refuge. He's going to listen to him. He's going to be comforted by him. And here he goes on to explain the threat. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to the mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings to shoot from the shadows at the upright in heart. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? David's being told to flee like a bird to the mountains. Why? Because their foundations are being destroyed. The foundations are that faithful life that they were to be living. It should have been the common life or the social order, but it's all being destroyed. So what can the righteous do? We pick up in verse 4. The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. David didn't have to run to the temple. In fact, he couldn't, right? David knew who he was going to seek protection from, the Lord, and where he was. He was on his heavenly throne. He continues. He observes everyone on earth. His eyes examine them. God cares to examine you and me. He wants to know us. What a privilege that is. The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, he hates with a passion. On the wicked he will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur. A scorching wind will be their lot. We are reminded that there is a greater power over the wicked and evil. So when there feels like there is no earthly recourse when facing a threat, this psalm is reminding us that there will always be a heavenly recourse. And David ends with the verse 7. The Lord is righteous. He loves justice. The upright will see his face. That's a promise to us. It's not a tangible reward that we're going to receive, but it's an encounter with the Lord. We will see his face. So take refuge. To God we can flee when faced with trouble. We can trust in the Lord and embrace in the hope that we will see God's face.